Hey guys, Dib the Awesome here to give you a little bit of a discussion video today. uh, this is a discussion about the latest race, the Wintle, the Wintles. Sorry, my in between coughs kind of coughed up that sentence there. The Winter Cathedral Grand Prix. It's a discussion video today, and on my thoughts of the race and. And I'll tell you guys now that there's a boycott going on now. So that's that's how bad the situation's got at this point in terms of social point messing up. I also like to say before I start this, I'm also sick as of the time of recording this video. So if I'm coughing or reason, please just know that I'm not. Uh, you know, uh, just doing it fakely. I'm actually sick. I got a virus and stuff. Nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. I'm just at home. I'm off work for like 3 days. Just yeah. Anywho, back to this. I'm Dib the Awesome. If you guys don't know me, I'm an ML YouTuber. Despite having a lot of funny videos, I also tend to make really serious competitive videos. In fact, I make a whole bunch of competitive videos. I make Monster Legends guides, basically how to run a monster. And my team leader asked if I could do a thoughts video or a discussion video on the latest issue with team races as of late. This is just starting to be a thing with races. It's the new problem. There's always been like problems with team races in general. I'll discuss those too. But there's just a huge new problem that needs to be discussed, and I'll discuss it. Or like my leader wants me to discuss it, or just if it's like, oh, hey, you want to make a video on this? It's like, yeah, sure, I'll make a video on it. So here's the video. All right, so straight up the bat, the problem, the discussion that is currently being boycotted. People like the top teams are boycotting at the moment. And I was invited to the boycott server. Like it's a Discord server for only like the top or like competitive or considered really competitive ML teams. And it's the boycott. I don't know what we're specifically doing. I think we're just not going to spend any money on the game. I think that's what's part of the boycotting. So no buying gems or anything like that. I believe. I don't know the extent of what we're doing, but I'm pretty sure it's like no gem buying. So no gem buying. I'm pretty sure that's it. Or no real investment in races during the time. So that's a thing. But basically, the problem with races nowadays is they're starting to have like really weird restrictions on some of their notoriously annoying tasks, like hatching, for example. First member to hatch 10 uncommon monsters complete this quest. Notice that the thing says thunder. Now, can you tell me an easy breeding pairing for uncommon thunder and an efficient, person to do? Like how do you do this efficiently? Like the answer is you don't do this as efficiently as you would like just breeding commons and stuff. The common, the fire zard and tree lizard fire zard. Did I say that right? Fire lizards or fire sword, whatever, the common monsters. Basically they added like restrictive stuff, like restrictive tasks to things that don't take a whole lot of like it takes a lot of time to get it done, basically, is what I'm saying. And that's not good. That's insanely not good. It takes too long. Like the let's say you do like the common, let's say you do like common earth, right? Let's say someone has to breed like 17 common earth. It's doable, right? But you have to kind of spend gems to speed that up because it takes 30 minutes if you wait. That's an astronomically long time. No one's got time to wait a half hour to get that done. And that's just for the common one. That's just something you could get from the shop. It's not breeding. That doesn't include breeding into the mix. Like if you let's say you have to breed like an uncommon like sea monster. Let's say you do a Musu, or like you do the combination for Musu. You might get Musu, and that's not the thing you're aiming for. You can see the complications, and that's just more gemming. Yeah, it's more gem skipping. Once your hatchery is full, you gotta hatch. You gotta spend gems to hatch that. So essentially, it's just a spiral of just tossing gems out the window for random RNG consequences. That like they want you to do something, but there's a chance of that thing not happening, and then you're just tossing gems out the window. So not only are people spending, not only people have to spend gems to do the tasks, if they don't actually get it done, they might wind up spending more than the skip button, and you can see that's a problem because it starts popping up more and more. Because this doesn't stop there. Like this uncommon stuff just doesn't stop. Like the hatch 10, like first member to hatch 10 uncommons or what have you. That doesn't stop. That keeps going. In fact, a lot of top teams stopped doing like laps. Like they stopped at like 50 because it started to get bullshit. It started to get horrible. And that's and then they like increased the rune stuff too. I heard that you have to like craft 7 level 8. Like, dude, crafting level 7 runes is unheard of. Like, like crazy. I don't think it. I guess if you start saving up for those PvP rune chests you get, I suppose it's not that crazy now. But that's RNG. You still will probably wind up getting a 5 rune at most. But it's pretty dumb. In short, because of this, a lot of teams are not liking the new rule sets, and they have a right to, because this new rule set's dumb. It doesn't it could be more challenging for players. No, like if anything, it adds another annoyance. It adds another thing to the task, and it's just another complication. You're adding another complication to an already complicated matter because this event takes time. It's always taken time, but now you're adding more time to something that takes years to get done. Which is actually one of the main problems that's always been about races. They always take too long. They just always have. Sorry. They've always take too long. That's the number one problem with races. They take way too long to get done. And you can't test the monster. I'm going to say add that to the things that they could improve upon. They add a test monster feature to races. If they continue races, that's one of the things they should fix. There should be a test monster, because we don't even know if Shade Move is even good. Like, Shade Moon could be trash. So a lot of people are hyped about Shade Moon. If you guys don't know what Shade Moon does yet, on his thing it says he's immune to, he's immune to 2 DOTs. That's trash as far as I'm concerned. Just having immunities is trash. Like immunities, DOT is trash. Like, with no, control immunity. That's always been terrible. But is on this thing it says status caster, dodge area. Now, we don't know if that's a self buff or an AoE buff, because it can be a self buff. Because if you look at the monster, I think it's like Treepog, like there was a Beasterium event, like Maze, that had a monster called Treepog, and on his thing it said status caster 50% shield. That's not an AoE 50% shield. It's a self shield. So we don't know if this skill is an AoE scaling. Because if it's not an AoE scaling, this hurts his playability immensely. He's really, really good. He's really, really, really good against spirits monsters, obviously. But beyond that, like, he doesn't do much that, compared to another monster could do. Like, I'm talking, let's say, Baron Trader. Like, this man has, extra turn guard down, which is, really good, right? But Baron Trader has guard down plus another thing, and he has another AoE that does this plus another thing. Like, sure, he doesn't get the extra turn, but he's a better support monster. It's basically, this monster plays out more so as a support than a damage dealer. Because if you look at his actual damage numbers, like if you look at the wiki right now, if those are his numbers at the end, even at the end, this monster's not going to do any damage. Even with the high damage stat, this monster's not going to do any damage except spirit monsters. Because this man destroys spirit monsters. That's his selling point. He destroys Zyron the Ruby. He destroys anything that lives in the spirit book. That's his main deal. That means he also destroys himself. However, his best damage skill is a 40, the 45 damage AoE. That's his highest damage skill. That's bad. If I told you like the monster, the only highest damage skill a monster has is the 45 damage AoE, and its single target skill was like 35 or 40 damage, like naturally, that's garbage. That's not good. Because again, well, let's say if it was on an AoE scaling, that means like all of his other skills are trash. Because you do dodge area skills. That means if you run like if the enemy's running Shade Moon as well, your guard down, like AoE guard down, does nothing. It's garbage because it counts as it's an area skill, and it says dodge area, meaning like area stuff just doesn't work. Area's garbage in the situation against Shade Moon. If that status caster, which we don't know yet, if it's on an AoE scaling or not. If it's on him, it's not too bad, but if it's on an AoE scaling, then Shade Moon's really, really good skills, or especially his strongest damage skill, is garbage in his presence because he can't, like a fellow Shade Moon isn't bothered by Shade Moon's AoEs. So that's one thing. We can't test the monster. We can't see if the monster is good competitively. Just because it's a race monster doesn't mean it's good competitively. You gotta test out the moves. You gotta see if it really works in the sense of a PvP setting. So I think they need to add a test setting to that. What other problems is there? This could be just a general thing, but I think where it's team, like here's a problem in general. It's just like it's not like this next one's just not a problem. It's like I think it's more so a team problem. It's like calling tasks, like in communication, it also plays a part in races, which is annoying. This isn't a new problem. This problem goes on for any team. Like if you call a task and people just take it anyway, it's annoying. It really is. So there's that. That's always a hair pull. That's a thing you gotta sort. Like your team has to sort out. But that's always annoying. Another thing too. Here's another problem with races in general. They kind of break the meta. Excuse me. I'll give you a good example. Dib. My boy. Everyone has the monster. How could that break the meta? Exactly how you say it, my boy. Everyone has the monster. Everyone has it probably the same rank, probably rank 3. And in case of the best example I'm about to give you, a rank 5 Agursis. Now you tell me, what's the most common legendary fire monster on a high competitive team, or moderate competitive team? If your answer was Agursis rank 5, you're very much so correct. you will. Again, sorry for the cough. I'm not in good health. But you will see. You will see rank 5 Agursis. You will see that. That is a common thing you will see. And you know why that thing is a common thing to see? Because it was a race monster. It was a race monster, and everyone has it. And it pretty much broke the fire end of the meta. Because everyone, why use any other, fire monster that you have that's not ranked to 5, like your rank 5 Agursis? Even though there are probably better fire options at this point than Agursis is still good because it's rank 5. When you're, in terms of this game, rank means everything. It's a huge determining factor whether you live or die. It's based on the rank of a monster. That's the sense of any game. Like, if the higher level you are, in terms of an RPG or what have you, the less likely, like the level gap. If you're in a part of a level cap, it's never good. Period. And then it's a damage dealer, so it does a lot of damage at 130. You can imagine a damage dealer at 130 doing a lot of damage. So there's that. Here, I'm just gonna take a drink of water. Again, terribly sorry. I'm just sick. That's just a me problem. But yeah, it's a damage dealer, and so At this point, we have monsters to cure its problems, like a necromancer. If you ever fought like a PvP defense with a Gersis and necromancer, he probably didn't have fun with that because he's immune to possession now. And if you didn't bring anything that removes trait, you really can't stop a Gersis. Gersis just gets to do whatever he wants. Because he's immune to control at this point. He's immune to modern, like all the basic control. And there's very little things that can stop him besides cooldown's activation, which you can prevent. Oh, you can stamina drain him. You can prevent that. You can run relics. You can run monsters that prevent cooldown's activation. You can pretty much make him unstoppable. I think if you run the new like Magic War Master, yeah, he can do whatever he wants. He can. He actually can do whatever he wants. That's a legitimate statement. Yeah, because he can't cooldown to activate him, and you can't, stamina drain him because odds are your team probably has something that covers stamina drain. A relic that regens your stamina. So there's a lot of things. There's quite a bit. This causes an imbalance because people are more than likely to lose monsters just due to that level imbalance. Like they won't be able to stomach your Gersis' damage. And again, this is just a problem with races. Races just kind of give that imbalances because this game runs at a rank system, which is another thing too. Like the rank system in this game, they are improving it. I will say this, they're making it, like I will say, more realistic to get maxed out now because of the latest deals. Like if you looked at I think they have one right now, don't they? Do they? Oh yeah, they got for 560 cells, you get pretty much a rank 3. If you already have like the base monster, 560 I do believe gets you the rank 3. And you can almost get the I think it's like 3.3k. After like 3.3k gems, you can get your whatchamacallit. I think that might be enough for the fully ranked monster. So it's a lot cheaper than it used to be. I'm not saying this still is the thumb, but yeah, it's getting better, but it could be a lot better. Because still getting cells in this game is still like the rankings. I'm saying the ranking system compared to other games like DX2, for example. I played DX2 a lot, and their ranking system just works better. If you ever watch me play that, I explained that in a video. How I even made a video about it once, like comparing this to other games that kind of run the same settings. DX2 still works better. Like if you ever played DX2. They play on the same kind of, they kind of play the same thing, monster turn-based combat, equipping room, like they have equip systems, except everything they do on DX2 is better than on here, like in terms of the how the game set, like the whole setup features, how they have it compared to theirs. It's a lot better, especially the ranking system. In a game that has a rank system, it shouldn't be so pay heavy. It should not be like that. Like in a game that has a rank system, it's like at some point it becomes too much, and it just kind of it's disgusting. Like it becomes So another thing too, they don't actually give you runes with the monster. So in terms of team race monsters, like once you have a team race monster, let's say you just got one recently, you might not have the runes for it. I feel like the team races, if you get the monsters, you should get runes based on the rank, so you have something to use with it. I feel like they don't. I feel like they should provide that. But you get cells and like food. I always laugh when people say, "Oh, but the food you get 5 million food." Do you not do the 72-hour challenge? How broke of food are you? Like seriously, 5 million food is nothing. It's really nothing. Like this rewards are irrelevant. People like chew people out for like, oh, I need to reach this certain point, so I get 5 million food. This becomes irrelevant. This food, it's not important at all. It's not, especially with gold generation and that. Yeah, And then the cells, they don't give you much cells, like in general. Like, lower players get like 5. But no, I think they should get runes. I'd rather have, like, if they took away, took away the relics and the food and the cells, I would happily take like at least like level 6 or 7 rune sets for my ranked up monster. I'll happily trade that any day. Any day, I'd rather have that. Because you don't have anything to, like, let's say you just don't have any runes at that moment. Well, I can't really use the monster until you get runes for it. Which actually brings up to my next point. At this point, recently, if you've actually been keeping up, they've been having deals lately where they give you, for $50, they'll give you a rank 3 monster. Now, this doesn't mean get you when you see the deal, get it immediately. It's based on the monster. Judge it based on the monster and judge it based on people's opinion on it. For example, there was a $50. There was two. There's actually been 2 deals now with rank 3 Gelotron with a rune set of 10 that comes with it. That's right, a set. So you get a rank 3 monster, a rank 3 meta monster. Usually it's a meta monster. Right now it's been Gelotron, Stake, and like Toshiro, which I actually got recently. I got the Gelotron, I missed out on Stick, and I got the Toshiro. Phenomenal deals. Because, you know why it's phenomenal? Because you get the rank 3 monster, which is meta, you know, rank 3. In terms of the like, you know, moderate competitive level of what your monster should be at, rank 3 is, I will say it's you don't have to do it, like, it depends on the monster, really. Like, but rank 3 is like obviously the rule of thumb, because a lot of team race monsters come at rank 3. Like, that's always been a thing for years. Everyone usually does 25 to 50 laps based on the monster. And rank 3 has just been the competitive thumb, because everyone has a rank 3 monster because of the races. Well, people just got the $50 deal, which is what they're spending for these races. You know, people buy gem packs, you know, around $50 gem packs for these races, and you know, you could spend $50. You could also spend $50 on probably a monster of that same competitive level, and you get runes with it. And no one had to tear each other's hair out doing races. You know, I'll even pull up I'll even pull up the monster. I'll pull up the thing. This is my rank 3 Toshiro. Don't look at the speed rune. I'm still waiting on the. Dude, I still haven't. Dude, let me know. Have you guys gotten your X rune yet for doing the magic dungeon? I haven't got mine yet. I haven't seen mine yet. Let me know if you guys haven't gotten it either. But yeah, I got the. This is an example. I gave the X speed to my Neobuki, but just the main point. Here's a Gelotron. Here's the rank 3 Gelotron. Talk about better example. This man has the X runes that came with the monster. So that means this monster is ready for competitive play. Essentially, this monster is battle ready. I fed it. Like, all I had to do was feed it and then give it slap the runes on it. Obviously, I get your temple to rank 10 to use rank 10 runes, but you get my point. If you're spending $50, you know, on gems, and then you're just getting the monster out of it, you know, you're not getting you're like, in terms of overall value, I think these deals are better, because I play around with Gelotron a lot, and this monsters are just good. Like, I know, like, I knew it was good. I messed around with it, and I'm satisfied. I was sad. Like, I have yet to be disappointed with these deals, these $50 deals. And essentially, that's how much you pay for a rank 3 monster anyway. Because, you know, if you look at the dark spells, you know, 1.1k for 560 spells, that's essentially almost a $50 gem pack. And just by, you know, like that 600 gem value, you know, if you want to incorporate that, if you want to take that into the equation, you know, that got me all the. That got me the extra instead. That was pretty much you pretty much get value. You get 3x. You get 3 X runes of your choosing, and a rank 3 monster. That's amazing. So I think they should add Words. Oh, they'll get this, yeah. I think they should add runes to the team race rewards. I think they should do that. They should remove the restrictions. This isn't a good thing. I don't know why they added restrictions to team races, but they need to remove it. It's just not a good feature. In general, this is not a good feature. This is how you get people to stop doing your events. Another thing they could do, I think, okay, so here's a thing that maybe people won't agree with me, but I think they should bring back Titan events. Now, if you guys don't know what a Titan event is, understandable. They haven't done one since Ziof. No, not Ziovex. They haven't done one since Igneous. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Titan events, or they were kind of like, people consider, like, they kind of considered them race, like some people consider them races, or the same concept at first. But they're a lot better than races. I'm really happy people started to separate the two, because that was something I enjoyed happily. But anyway, Titan events, what Titan's events were, they were very engaging because they only had you do very small tasks. Like they didn't do you as much, they didn't shove as much quests down your throat as races. So once you do a specific number of quests, you get to do, you got to attack the monster. The boss monster is basically boss fighting, which was a lot of fun. Everyone engaged pretty much. And what you did was the more damage, the goal was to do as much damage as the Titan as possible and rack up the most points. The more damage you deal, obviously the more points you get, and if you kill the Titan, you get bonus points. It was an amazing, beautiful, beautiful event. They hit right on the mark with that event. And then they haven't done one since. They need to bring those back. In fact, they should just they should just do Titan events. That was so good. That's how you do this kind of thing. That's how you kind of do these team oriented events. The races should just be gone, period. Races are like terrible compared to Titan events. Titan events, well, I did require people to be on more. To be fair, people are going to be on here anyway. Like they as far as I'm concerned, they're forced to be on, like either or. So I'd rather have fun. If I had to choose between waiting for someone to log in to do just a task and then probably leave because of the next task, I would rather do something that's, fun. I'd rather be, I know this is crazy. I'd rather do something that had to do with the actual game because, doing the login task isn't actually playing the game. Titan events, let you play the game. These don't let you play the game. These make you wait, look at a screen for a few hours or like a few minutes, depending on, what you're feeling that day. And you have to wait for people. On the Titan events, you just play. You attack the Titans, you think of really cool comps that do a whole bunch of damage, aim for victory. And this doesn't promote that. They need to bring Titan events back. Hashtag Rise the Titan. Or Attack of the Titan. I did that wrong. It's because I'm sick. But, yeah, I think I went over anything, or everything. So, final thoughts. Bring back Titan events. Those were good. Or completely replace them with races. I think that's something people should do. Like they could even have the same setup too, like the same point requirement. Like they don't have to have it as position rewards. They could do it like the same thing too, like reach a certain number of points with your team to get the monster. They could do that. Like they've done with races. They can keep this whole like everyone gets the monster. They can keep that. They can keep like every team can get a monster. They can keep that. Add runes to the race monster. Oh, most importantly, add a test monster button. Add a test monster feature to the race monster so we can see what the monster actually does. Now, someone in the comments are probably going to say, like, oh, Dib, this man runs curse damage. Well, again, he counters area damage, so you can't really use his curse until the other two are dead. You know how much that hurts curse in general? That hurts. Like, the people would probably want to see how curse works. Or like more importantly, the trait. Well, is it an AoE trait? Or is it like an single target scaling? Like who gets dodge? Is it everyone gets dodge area? Or is it a single man get dodge area? That's huge. Huge distinction. I will also say, if you're going to make this man a damage dealer, increase his damage outputs. He has a good base damage stat, but, in past history, that's never really mattered. Even if you looked at Rador, highest base damage in the entire game, rarely anyone uses him because just of his numbers compared to other monsters who, while they have lower base power, or base stat, they have higher base damage skills and do way more damage than, that said monster. So that's huge. It always matters. Increase this man's damage, because on the wiki right now, it's looking pretty terrible. Look at his wiki stats. They're awful. And, yeah, I think that's about it. Also toss out restrictions, man. It's not good. Get rid of restrictions and, everyone will be happy, I believe. So those are my thoughts in general. Again, these are only my opinions, they're not everyone's. Everyone has the right to agree or disagree with what I say. But yeah, that's about it. Those are all my thoughts, and I'm done, so. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm sure you do. I won't mind answering them. I'll happily answer them with a smile on my face. And yeah, that's it. I'm Dib the Awesome. I'll catch you guys later.